Hello everyone and welcome to another FPL video on the channel. In this one we're going to take a look at how we did in game week 18 and then we're going to look at my team selection for game week 19, as that is literally right around the corner. For you it's going to be the same day that this was released, which is pretty quick turnaround. So this is how we lined up for game week 18. We had Kepa in net with Cucurella, the new transfer in for Reece James. We had Trippier, Cancelo, Shaw, Martinelli, De Bruyne, Rashford, Martial, Haaland and Nunez. Team looked pretty good. Had some nice fixes in there. Let's find out and see how we did. So we got a total score of 58 points. We started the game week with a rank of 678,000. We ended it with 619,000. So a nice little green arrow up the ranks. Not too much, but it is a nice little boost of like 60,000. So you'll take that and hopefully we continue that green arrow run the rest of the season. But let's see how we did with the players individually. So we had Kepa who got 3 points and Cucurella who got 2. Same game, so we'll talk about them at the same time. Chelsea didn't look that great. Nottingham Forest had multiple chances and they controlled periods of that game. So, you know, realistically, Chelsea defensively, they don't look the best, but they do have a double game week, which is why I was inclined to bring them in. And at the prices, you know, Kepa 4.5, it is a good price. He's going to get save points, so I'm happy to still own him. Cucurella is a slight bit of a regret, but we'll see how he does in the double game week. Then we'll go from there. Then we have Trippier, who got another return, another clean sheet for Newcastle. They are so solid at the back, and you know Trippier gets bonus points when they get a clean sheet, so happy days. Then we had Luke Shaw with another 9-pointer. He was a late transfer in on the wild card. You know, he got a return last week for 8 points, and then he gets 9 points this week. So 17 points in 2 game weeks for Luke Shaw. Excellent return from him. United look very solid at the back. Luke Shaw's been very good at centre back. Hopefully he now moves on to left centre back with Lisandro Martinez coming back, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, so 2 clean sheets in a row for Manchester United and Luke Shaw. Happy days. Then we have Cancelo, who has back-to-back benchings. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know why he's not starting, but he hasn't been, and he wasn't even involved in the game, which is, you know, rather frustrating. But hopefully in the next game week he can start, because otherwise we've got 7.3 million there being wasted. He has actually dropped in price as well, I think maybe to 7.2 million now. So we've lost money on him and we've got no points. So that has just been an absolute stink job. Then we have De Bruyne with another stink job. Man City asset is not doing the business for me apart from the obvious one, which is Erling Haaland. But De Bruyne, 1-pointer, he played 90 minutes, but he got a yellow card. So yeah, Man City didn't do the business against Everton. They drew, which was a shock to the system, but hopefully they can bounce back in their next game. Then we have Martinelli, who is on form right now. Arsenal look very good. Martinelli is a part of that. Locked in at that left wing position, scoring goals, getting assists. You cannot complain for his price tag of 6.8 million. But then we have Marcus Rashford. The Manchester United man is on fire right now. He got another goal against Wolves. He didn't play the first half due to him being late to a team meeting. He overslept, but I don't think that's going to be an issue moving forward. But for this game, he did only play 45 minutes due to that. However, he did score, so happy days. He looks so good right now, Marcus Rashford. His confidence is through the roof. So I think he's going to continue to score goals and he's going to be the main threat for Manchester United. Then we have Martial, who was off his game. He didn't look very good in the match versus Wolves. He was very slow and lethargic. There wasn't any real link-up play, which there usually is. Maybe that's because he was missing Rashford. But yeah, he wasn't very good in that game. But we're going to give him the Bournemouth game anyway because it's a great fixture. Then we have Erling Haaland. 1 goal in the game for City. Comes through him. You know, if there's City goals, it's going to be through Haaland most of the time. It's a consistent asset. I think his tally's up to 21 goals now, so you know, you cannot complain with that. Then we have Darwin Nunez. Finally got a return for me. However, it was a single digit one and it was 5 points. He got an assist. A shot came off the post and it was booted in by Faze, or Fize, however you pronounce it. He missed multiple chances once again, but that's Darwin Nunez. Tough own, but one time he'll start to bang and we'll love him. Then on the bench we had a couple of returns. Andreas, I think he got an assist, and then Fpl Gw19 with a clean sheet. Well, he got a clean sheet. He came off early, but yeah, so decent returns on the bench, but we don't get the points. We do get the points from Trossard, who did come in for Cancelo, but anyway, That's 58 points and we're up to 619k, so happy days. So on to my game week 19 team selection. We're not going to do any potential moves or anything like that in this video. It's just straight onto the team selection because it's such a quick turnaround, literally a day in it. So we have Kepa, who has Manchester City at home and then Fulham away from home. Double game week for Chelsea, so that's why we got Kepa in the first place. Do I think he's going to keep a clean sheet against Man City? Absolutely not. Do I think he's going to keep one against Fulham? I think there's a decent chance, but Fulham do tend to score goals. That goes the same for Cucurella. He's not that attacking, so you're kind of relying on the clean sheets there, but I don't expect one to come in that, especially that first game. So we're kind of looking at appearance points doubled. That's probably about it. Then we have Cancelo against Chelsea. Now, I do think Man City have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet here. I don't think Chelsea are that good, and I think Man City, they're going to want to get revenge for their last game where they drew to Everton. They need to keep up with Arsenal, who are starting to peel away, 7 points clear now, so they need to get a run of wins going. This game against Chelsea is a good opportunity for that. Of course, Chelsea are Chelsea, but Man City should be too strong for them, and hopefully Cancelo can get back in the team because I don't know why he's not been starting. Then we have Luke Shaw versus Bournemouth at home at Old Trafford. Perfect fixture. I expect Manchester United to keep a clean sheet here. Lisandro Martinez, I think, is returning now to the side. So we have a beautiful centre-back partnership now of Martinez and Varane, which was so solid before the World Cup. So that's even stronger for United, who have been great in the back at the moment. Wan-Bissaka's been on form. He's been pretty good since the World Cup. And, of course, I think Luke Shaw will start at left-back over Tyrell Malacia. And if they do, I expect them to keep a clean sheet, and hopefully maybe he can get forward and get an attack in return. Then we have Marcus Rashford. He was always going to start for me, and I think he's going to start for Manchester United. In fact, I'm sure of it. I don't think that oversleeping issue is going to be kept into the next game. I think he's going to be straight back in the side because of his reaction. And you can see at the end of the game, Ten Hag and Marcus Rashford were hugging and smiling with each other. They have a really good connection, and I think Ten Hag has increased Marcus Rashford's ability. You know, he's brought his confidence back and he looks very happy playing under him, and that is why we've captained him. Bournemouth at home, I think, is a perfect fixture for him. I think we're going to get a few goals in this game. I think this could be a 3-0 result, something like that. This is not underestimating Bournemouth, but I think we've been on a good run. We're confident. The players are confident. Marcus Rashford is on fire, and I do expect him to score in this game. So that is why we've captained him. We've then got Martinelli at Newcastle. Tough fixture. This is a tough one. I think this is a good indicator of, you know, how solid are Arsenal at the top of the league. Of course, they're 7 points clear, but Newcastle is a tough test. They're third in the league now, Newcastle. They're very solid at the back. If Arsenal can beat them, wow, they have a great chance of winning this title. But in terms of FPL, Martinelli, do I think he's going to get a return in this game? Probably not. I think it's going to be a tight affair, but nonetheless, he's been great for us, so I won't complain. De Bruyne, we need him to get a return. For me, I feel like he always does something against Chelsea. I don't know if the stats are there to back that up, if that's a myth in my head, but I feel like he does. Hopefully he can do that again this game week. I need him to get a return. He's done nothing for us so far. So in this game, De Bruyne, pull your socks up, mate. We then have Andreas, who is finally going to get a start for us. Leicester away from home and then Chelsea at home. Double game week for Fulham. That's why Andreas is starting. He got a return in the last game week, and whilst these are not the best fixtures, I think Fulham can score probably against anyone. And you know what? I think they're going to get a goal in probably both of those games. So hopefully Andreas can be involved. We then have the same trio up front. We've got Núñez against Brentford. Now we've got tons of chances in every game. It's a matter of time before he bags them. Brentford, not the best defensively. Liverpool are going to get chances for sure. And hopefully Núñez can tuck them away. Do I think Gakpo's going to start in this game? Probably not. I think it's too quick of a turnaround. So Núñez should get the start. And then maybe Gakpo might start to cause a threat to the minutes. But to be honest, I think Gakpo's going to start on the left, especially while Diaz and stuff are out. And I think it'll be Gakpo, Núñez and Salah. But for now, that's irrelevant anyway. I think Núñez will start up front. Do I think he's going to score? I think he's going to get a goal. Then we have Haaland against Chelsea. Now, he's another captainable option. I think he's going to be captained by many, especially if you don't have the double game week options. But for me, I'm not going to. I'm going to go with Rashford because it's a bit of a differential. But yeah, Chelsea away from home. Not the easiest of fixtures, but Man City, they need to win games. They need to keep up with Arsenal. Haaland banging goals every game. He's got 21 goals already this season. He's a man on fire. Great finisher, great goal scorer, enough said. Then we have the legend himself, Tony Martial. He was crap in the last game, I won't lie, even as biased as I am, he was awful. But hopefully he can turn it around in this game with his good mate Marcus Rashford beside him. Him and Rashford have a great link-up play. They're always intertwining. Sometimes they switch about, and I think that boosts his confidence. I don't know, maybe I'm talking absolute waffle, but I think in this game he's going to do a lot better. Hopefully, he's not going to be so slow and lethargic. He's going to actually start to get involved in the play, make runs, link up, because a lot of the time he is holding it up and allowing the wingers to push him behind him. So maybe with Rashford on the side, that's going to work better. But anyway, I do think he's going to get a return against Bournemouth. I think there's going to be goals in this game, and hopefully Rashford and Martial can link up and get a few. So on the bench, we have Ward against Fulham. Good fixture. Do I think they're going to keep a clean sheet, though? I think there's a decent chance of it, but I don't think they will. Then we have Trossard against Everton. Now, it's a good fixture. I'd like to start him. It's just I wouldn't know who to start him over. I don't really want to play him over anyone in the team, to be honest. The most likely candidates would be Andreas, but he's got a double game week, so that's why he's in the team. And then Martinelli, who has a tough fixture, but he's the man on form right now. Then we have Trippier against Arsenal. This is the toughest one to bench because it is Trippier. He's so consistent. He's so highly owned. But for me, I think they're going to concede against Arsenal. I do. I think Arsenal are just such a strong team right now, on great form, good goal scorers. They're just such a good team right now, and I think they're going to score. Trippier can get assists and stuff like that, but for me, I'm going to take the risk, going to bench him. We'll go from there. Then we have Hugo Bueno against Aston Villa. Of course, I'm going to bench him. He's basically just bench fodder, but he does start. And he was actually on some corners against Manchester United. So for a 3.9 million asset, that's pretty good. So that's my team for game week 19. What do you think? Should I be captaining Rashford, or should I just go with Haaland? What do you guys think? Who are you captaining? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, what do you guys think of the new overlay, the new webcam overlay? I think it looks quite clean. Made it earlier today, but yeah, I think it looks quite good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you could drop a like and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great game week, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheers, guys.